What's going on? Is Anton from antondaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Listen, I've been telling y'all, I'm going to continue to communicate to you. If you don't have somebody that's been holding you down and the core of who you are since the beginning of time, and you don't trust them with your life, and even that's not enough sometimes. If you don't have somebody that's holding you all the way down and you think that it's enough just to align with them based off of a short time frame, or they make you a weird promise or something, abnormal, and you think that it's just gonna cool and it's just gonna work out the way that you know what I'm saying, planned it, or you aligning with them because they came and rocked out when you was up, it's not gonna be enough. Tory Lanez, we haven't heard a lot about Tory Lanez because he in there doing a 10-year bid. We familiar with the 10-year bid that he's doing as a result of aligning himself with Meg Thee Stallion. You know what I'm saying? Two women taking him down. Listen, the downfall of most men is aligning themselves with the wrong woman. I'm gonna say it one more time. The downfall of most men, not all men, sometimes it's self-inflicted wounds, but the downfall of most men is aligning themselves with the wrong woman. All right. So let's go ahead and dig into the article a little bit. It said the rapper's former spouse filed for divorce less than a year after the pair tied the knot. Now, I didn't even know that Tory Lanez was married. I'm gonna be 100% real with you. I'm assuming that he did this for legal purposes or for certain reasons, or this was the person that was supposedly with him. Maybe she thought that she was with him when, you know what I'm saying, that he was going to get off or whatever. And so she was going to benefit as a result of it. I have no clue. But to see somebody leave you at your lowest can give you the ultimate villain arc. He not even a whole year into his bid, and she already leaving him. Says Raina Nancy, the wife of Tory Lanez, had filed for divorce less than a year of a marriage to the disgrace. Look at the word that they describing. Disgraced. Hip hop superstar, hip hop star, and court documents obtained by people. And it's so crazy how all divorces are public. That's just public information. Anything that you file with the court, which kind of sort of speaks to a lot of people's issues with the federal government and the court being involved in everything that you got going on, because you can have a private issue, but then all of a sudden everybody knows about it. I don't know why everybody else got to know about your divorce, but neither here nor there. Lists their date of marriage as June 25th, 2023. The date of separation is June 1st. So it ain't even been a whole year. Not even a whole year. It's summertime, right? Uh, Also parents to the 7-year-old, Kylan. So she actually been rocking with him for a while, of whom she is seeking legal and physical custody. Cites irreconcilable differences as the reason for their divorce filing. I don't even know how you can have irreconcilable differences and y'all not even in the same lane as each other. Lanez is currently serving a 10-year prison sentence for shooting Megan Thee Stallion. We know about that. Could not be reached. People cannot immediately contact the court current lawyer for Lanez. Last August, released a statement regarding the rapper itself, saying that the Canadian rapper's prison sentence, saying that over the past 3 years, he has engaged in a pattern of conduct that was intended to intimidate, mispeace, and silence her through truth from being heard. And obviously, that was as it relates to Meg Thee Stallion. And then we don't really have anything more to go with it. At the time, Meg Thee Stallion shared a statement read by the Los Angeles County Deputy District Attorney. Says, I struggle with being present after everything that occurred. I cannot bring myself back to being in the same room with Tory. I've been tormented and terrorized. Right after that, she was being accused by her cameraman of having freak offs themselves and being intimidated and doing the same things that she accusing other people of. She says that he disseminated false information, which was obviously not true, because what she said on the stand was completely contradictory to what she said to Gail when he interviewed her, or when she interviewed her. He blamed the system, he blamed the press. As of late, he's using his childhood trauma to justify his actions. But anyways, we don't need to see any more of that. I think that Tory Lanez is getting a raw deal as usual. And now the person that is supposed to be holding him down, which we need to do a little bit of digging. Let me see something. Raina Chaz. I don't even know what this chick look like. We need to do a little bit of digging to find out exactly what this chick is like. Um, Probably basic. Jesus. Yeah, basic as hell. So I guess that's her. That was the person that he wound up having a child with prior to. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. So yeah, man, that's unfortunate. And prayers up for Tory Lanez for ultimately aligning himself with the wrong people that is not beneficial for him. And so when you at your lowest, and it's not just for women in particular, it's just people in general. The people that you surround yourself with may not necessarily have your best interests at heart. And so when you up, everybody is gonna be your friend. Everybody gonna hold you down. You're gonna have some snakes here and there, but the minute that you start going through something, that's when you get to see who truly is down for you and who people are. Hopefully, you don't have to get to the point to where you're going through something like Tory Lanez. I know Fat Joe talk a lot about it. 50 Cent has talked a lot about it as far as people that's been turned on him. And I think that everybody eventually is going to have people turn on them, whether it's family, friends, or whatever, or if they can't benefit from you at the time, then they're going to leave you. But it is unfortunate because he got to do this bid, and I'm assuming he's gonna get some time off, a good time or whatever, and maybe he's gonna be deported back to Canada or whatever. I don't know. But Tory Lanez was incredibly talented. We all know most of the guys understood and agree with the fact that it was a travesty that he got convicted. Um, despite everything that was happening at that particular time. And then on top of that, now you got to throw on top of it the fact that his chick or the woman that he married less than a year ago is already filing for divorce for irreconcilable differences. And I'm not even sure how he can defend himself in court. You know what I'm saying? Does she get access to his finances? And I was assuming that since he was married, he was looking for somebody that he could trust to actually hold him down from the financial perspective, manage his business affairs, maybe manage his social media accounts, keep him relevant in the eyes of people so that he don't just completely fade away. So that if and when he get out in a reasonable amount of time, that he could still have some sort of or semblance of a career. But God, man, that's rough. I just personally couldn't imagine um, being in that position and when you need people the most, because I think the bad and the travesty of it is that you do so much for other people, and so you eventually hope that people do a lot for you. You know, I'm sure that everybody was around him eating, all of his friends was eating. She was probably benefiting from his stardom and his success. And then now, he got to go and do this whole bid with nothing to look forward to outside of picking himself up. And I always say that men are held accountable whether they like it or not. But he got to pick himself up by his bootstraps and he got to figure that shit out all by himself, while at the same time dealing with all of the repercussions that come along with all of the stuff that he's been through, whether it was self inflicted or not. Men are always held accountable. So yeah, man, I'm curious as to what y'all think. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. We doing after hours tonight, probably going on right now as of the dropping of this video. And then let me know in the comments so I can read y'all comments and get y'all insight and information. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm out.